Okay, so if you have not yet solved the challenge, you might want to pause this video and go back to the other one. But if you have solved it, we're going to look at one solution to it. One thing to kind of know now is that there are many ways to solve programming problems. This is just one solution. Yours may look different, and that's fine as long as it performs the same way in the same expected manner. Then it is probably still a valid solution. So just because it looks different from what you see here doesn't mean it's wrong, as long as it is behaving correctly. So we'll close out the terminal. Still got my notes from before up here. Okay, so like before, this requires some input, so we need to go ahead and create the scanner. I've got the introductory text right here. We have all four of these lines are print LNs. Each of these is on a different line. You could have done this a few different ways with your print statements, but this is one way to do it. Nothing too fancy with these. It's just a string within each one of these. So we're going to calculate the discriminant of a quadratic function, new line. We're going to consider a quadratic function in the form a times x squared plus b times x plus c equals 0. Then a new line for the discriminant is given by d equals b squared minus 4ac, and then a blank line. So there's your introductory text. Then we're asking the user for values. So we have a print, not a print ln, asking for the value for a, and then we're storing a out of the scanner's next double. Then we have another print line, actually just a print, not a print line, where we ask for the value for b, and we store that from next double in b. And then we have a third print line, and this time it's not a line again, it's just print. Enter the value for c, and we get c into the next double. And then we print a blank line, kind of signifying, okay, we're done with the input, ready for the output. We compute the discriminant. This is probably the simplest way to compute it, is we do b times b minus 4 times a times c. And if you are familiar with PEMDAS, or if you learned it as BODMAS, that's what you're going to have here. It follows your order of operations, which we can talk about order of operations and precedence in a later video, but this is going to behave like you expect, where your multiplications are going to occur before your subtractions, just like normal arithmetic. Then we're going to print out the result. This is a single print line, and so we can say the discriminant for a, then a comma, then b, then comma and then c, and then is, and then the value, and we close the scanner. And when we run this, we'll run Java. Bring this down so we can see that we're in here. So the 3 lines of introductory text, the blank line, a value for a value for b, a value for c, a blank line, and the discriminant output. So again, this is a good exercise for making sure that you're comfortable with a lot of the ideas in the first 8 or so videos, and we will likely be building on the concept of the discriminant as we move into the next few videos, but this has been the solution for the first challenge.